Hey there, Aries. Welcome to your reading for, this is your July bonus reading. We're just going to jump right in here, and we're going to see what's going on for you. You have this Bound for Boundaries card and this other card that says Make a Wish. There you go. It's definitely time for you to make a wish. And you have the Tower as your first card. Like almost everybody's had the Tower again, so wouldn't surprise me if there were some global Tower moments going on, but we'll see what's going on here. Some of you could be dealing with like a separation or a divorce as well. But you have the Tower, the Three of Pentacles, and the Four of Wands. So, you know, for some of you, I do feel like that it is time for you to, I feel like you need to make a change is what I would say here. The Four of Pentacles, the Tower card is about like doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different result kind of. So it's a card that says you could be ending a cycle. Those people are falling out of the Tower because they've been ignoring reality. Inside the Tower is, they've kind of tried to ignore something that is part of reality, and now they're being brought back down to earth. I mean, to me, the Tower is a good card. I don't really look at tarot as good or bad in the first place. To me, it just is. And the Tower has to happen. We will all always experience Tower moments over and over and over again. So, I definitely feel like you could be experiencing some sort of, Tower moment or, something like that. I would be careful of accidents. Like, see, Chris gets a new pocket knife, right? Day one of a new pocket knife, I always cut my finger. Never fails. So I got a new pocket knife yesterday. I literally cut myself day one. So, it popped into my head. And also my thumb hurts from shuffling these cards. But, what I would say here is that, I would be careful of accidents. The other thing that I'm getting is I would be careful of holding on too tightly to something, because we go like this right here, Four of Pentacles to the Three of Cups. With the Tower, if we hold on too tightly to something, then it falls even harder. So, I would be careful with that Four of Pentacles. But you do end with the Star, which is amazing. The Star is, that's what you want to see in a reading like this, is you want the Star to come up, because it would suggest that you are healing from a Tower moment. You have the Three of Pentacles here. Teamwork makes a dream work, for sure. I do feel like some of you need to work on a team, or, there could be an opportunity for you to get benefits from other people, like other people helping you, from other people, promoting your business or whatever. So I feel like those opportunities could be a good idea for you with the Three of Pentacles. I also feel like you need to come up with like some sort of new plan. I really think that it would be like a really good, I'll just tell you this, Aries, before I babble on about something that's not important, right? What I will tell you is it's like, how I grew this channel very quickly when I was stuck for a long time is I literally just started every single day. I would go watch a video about YouTube, about how to get better at YouTube. Then I would take one thing that I learned and I would apply it to the channel. And I still do this to this day. So, and, I think my numbers speak for themselves, right? So, what I would say here is, again, if you have a business, a career, I would be doing that. I'd be like learning one new thing a day, apply it, see what happens. Because, Three of Pentacles is a card of quality work and being recognized for your work. You have the Four of Wands. Some of you definitely could be dealing with a divorce here. I think this has come up for you in the past. So, I feel if you're dealing with a divorce, I don't think this is a surprise. I think this is something that you've been dealing with for a while. You could feel stabbed in the back, could be like a third party type thing. I don't really read the Three of Cups as a third party situation, but it kind of is, kind of popping into my head here. I would also say that, I feel it would be, even though you could be having a Tower moment or you're coming off of a Tower moment, it's going to be different for all of you, Aries. I would, say that, I would make a wish. It's like the Tower always gets reduced down to its foundation, but we're always able to build it back bigger and stronger and better. So, I would make sure to do that. Yes, I mean, with the Tower, you have the Three of Swords. Definitely could be a breakup. For some of you, I feel like this is something that happened a while ago. As well, like some sort of breakup or separation. I feel like even if this happened a while ago, I feel like this is something that needs to be healed from, because if you want new love, I do feel like something from the past could be holding you back. And, it could be one of those things where, maybe a person left you kind of like in that place where you really don't feel like you can trust yourself. It's like, I don't really have a good example for you, Aries, but it's like, I think if someone, it just happens, sometimes you get blindsided by something in a relationship and it makes it very hard to trust yourself, right? And I feel that some of you have experienced that, but I do feel this reading is saying like, okay, it's time to heal now because, that is preventing you from finding like a good person, right? Yeah, with the Three of Pentacles, you have the Ten of Swords. This is definitely like a stabbed in the back situation. And so I feel like some of you feel like you were stabbed in the back. For others, I feel like you need to watch your health here. Or, again, I would just stay healthy. With the Four of Wands, you have the Justice card. I feel like you will see this, I feel like you will get karma, like good karma, as in things are going to balance out in your favor if you went through something like this. For others, this could be like a job loss or, some other type of loss that you've been through. And again, I think things are balancing out. I really feel this is something that has already happened, is what I would say here. Next, you have this card, I forgive and release the past to heal my life. Are you kidding? That's like literally what I just said. You have this card that says, as I rest in the sacred womb, I heal. So definitely, I feel some of you need to go through a healing period if you haven't already. For some of you, this could be something that happened a while ago as well. So, this might be, a wound from a year ago or a couple years ago. We do have Venus going retrograde. So, and you're not the only sign to get something like this. So again, Venus goes retrograde basically every 2 years. And, it's not exactly right, but still it's basically every 2 years. And what I would say is that I wonder if like this Venus retrograde is just, bringing things up from past relationships that we need to heal from. So again, I would make sure to take the time to heal and, all that other good stuff. You have the High Priestess, the Four of Pentacles, and the Ten of Swords. Again, there could be like an intuitive connection here with a person, and that could be what is kind of, preventing this from moving forward. The other thing I will say about the High Priestess is that she represents potential. So, sometimes I think we get into a relationship and we start talking about the potential of the things that we want to happen in the future of the relationship. And it's like, that's what you could be holding on to is, kind of like a fantasy, something that really didn't exist in the first place. So again, I think that it would be a good time for you to like heal. She has shut the world out and she's just listening to herself. So I feel for a lot of you, it would be a good time for you to do that. You have the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles, again, is holding on too tightly to something. I do also feel some of you, especially in work or business, could avoid a Tower moment. I feel like this is saying, like, evolve or die, basically. It reminds me of YouTube, because this is what I do all day long. It's like, if you're a YouTuber, and you keep doing the same thing over and over and over again, eventually your channel is just going to die. Eventually the same old tricks, they stop working and then you stop growing. It's like there are plenty of YouTubers that were once really big that don't even exist anymore because, they didn't keep up with the changes. They didn't keep up with the needing to iterate and come up with new ways of doing things. So again, we are in a time of evolve or die. Literally, Pluto and Aquarius is evolve or die. And, I get a lot of comments where people are like, oh, I'm so tired and all this. I'm like, yeah, but it's not really that big of a deal. It's not like this isn't going to be exhausting. This is going to be fun, or it should be, and it's going to be a good thing. I just keep telling people, like, make 1% improvements every single day. Try one new thing every single day, and it should be fun. If it's not fun, guess what? That's a clue that you need to go do something else. So, again, you should be taking these things as clues, and, if something doesn't work, or if you don't like doing something, it's time to go get something else. You have the Ten of Swords. There definitely could be you have the Ten of Swords twice, and he's making this symbol right here with his hands that the Hierophant is making with his hand, and that symbol represents a blessing. So some of you could be receiving blessings after feeling stabbed in the back or something like that. I do feel also that this reading is saying I feel like this reading is like a preparation reading. It's like the reading is preparing you for something new. I feel like there could be something new, very loving, very caring coming in for you. It could even be a person who guides you out of the situation that you're in, or again, if you've been hurt in relationships, it's kind of weird. I feel this guy back here, he represents a guide. He goes back and forth between the choppy waters. So it's almost like you could be meeting a person in love who kind of guides you out of a difficult period of time. Yeah. With the High Priestess, you have the Emperor, so you showing up here. It is weird. You could be attracting an Aries. Aries or a Pisces. It could be an Aries, but, you keep getting Pisces in your readings. I always make the joke about Pisces and Aries, right? So do I need to say it? Probably not. Could be a Taurus as well. But again, there you are. So, and I also feel, again, we don't really know, right? What the original intentions for the high priestess were, but there is a theory that she is shutting the world out. She is facing away from the world, and she's kind of resting, relaxing, recovering, or kind of taking time to meditate. So it might be a good time for you to do that as well. With the Four of Pentacles, you have the Seven of Pentacles, some sort of change in direction in your life. I feel like there is some sort of change here for you, and it's like you're changing directions in your life, or you're going in a new direction. Seven of Pentacles is the juice worth the squeeze card. He's like looking at those Seven Pentacles saying like, is it worth it for me to put this work into what I've been working on, or is there something else? Is there something better? And so I feel like you're moving on to something better in your life. I feel like there's something so good behind you. You just need to see it. Like, look, Five of Cups. He's grieving the loss of something that he no longer enjoys. And all he has to do is be grateful for what he has, see these two cups, and then he gets this bridge in the castle. Or in this case, all this right here, the star. So, for some of you, it's like you could be grieving the loss of something you no longer enjoy, and turning around will be the thing that leads you to success. With the Ten of Swords, you have the Hermit. See, this is giving me the vibes that some of you are coming off of like a dark night of the soul as well. The Hermit, he has done some soul searching. He can represent like deep introspection, or a time where you've been like deep in thought. You've been, I wouldn't say you've been battling demons, but I feel like some of you have been very deep in thought over the past couple months about something. I feel like it's more about the direction of your life. Like, is this, if you have a business, you're like, is this going to last forever? If you have a career, or if you like want a family, it's like you could be having these future thoughts about like where you want those things to go, right? And, it's like I feel like there's been like a lot of deep like thoughts. Even in your next row for the unexpected, you have this card that says deep replenishment. It says retreat, rest, be held. You clearly need to take some resting, relaxing, recovering time here. You have this birth of a new age. It says birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. Yes. I feel like you are definitely one of the creators at this time, Aries. I always say this to you, that I think you're one of the signs that has the best potential to really create something that's really special in your life, and to do something that maybe even like no one in your family has ever done before. And I feel like it is time for you to set yourself apart. I feel like it is time for you to really kind of also like take something to the next level. So, I would encourage you to go for like a big goal, wish, dream. You end with the star card here. Like if there's something you want to do, I would do it. I think it was you that I made the joke with like a couple weeks ago, or I'm not sure if it was you or someone else, but I made a joke. It was a bad joke, right? Where I said that basically it's like you're a 29-year-old that's like playing t-ball when you should be with like little kids, when you should be playing in the big leagues, right? So, that's like what I feel here. It's like whatever you're doing in career, work, business, I feel like you're playing small. You should be playing bigger, whatever that means for you. You have the Five of Cups, the King of Pentacles, and the Three of Cups. Again, I feel like if someone had a third party, like, was it really unexpected? I would say I'm not so sure that it was, It's like, you might think like, oh, it's unexpected, but there might have been like little clues. There might have been little things that kind of showed up in, your relationship with a person that showed that they belong to the streets here, Aries. So I feel like you need to, pay attention to that. It's like sometimes I think even if someone is like super sneaky, I think that we kind of like little things can happen, and then we might think, oh, I'm being crazy. This really isn't that big of a deal. And I feel like some of you went through that, where it's like you were dealing with a person and you're like, oh no, I'm just, I'm making these things up in my head. But no, like I feel like you're finding out that, whatever you thought about a past person was 100% correct. So, definitely, that could be happening here. I also, again, I feel like there could be like unexpected benefits in working together with another person. You have the King of Pentacles here. King of Pentacles, like work hard. He is the card of convention is what I meant to say. But he's very stable. Again, for some of you, it's like maybe you need that person in your life who can like stabilize things, who can keep you on track. It's like, again, I have an assistant, my brother, who are my two, employees that are closest to me, right? And without them, I would be lost, because it's like I can barely, get my day together in the morning. I have ADHD. I get lost on, like, I start doing one thing, I get totally off on to another tangent, and before you know it, it's like midnight and I haven't done anything. So what I would say here is, it's like I have people in my life that are like, no, you do this right now, right? So it's like maybe you need that, and I'm the boss, right? But I need someone to tell me what to do. So that's what I'll say here is, like, I feel like some of you, maybe you like need a person who's like better at doing certain things. And again, I don't know, like I said, I don't know what it is, but it's like nowadays everybody's like, no, I'll do everything myself. I'm like, okay, that's a one-way ticket to like $10 an hour is what that is. So, there you go. You have the Five of Cups here. Again, I feel like you need to be grateful for what you have here with the Five of Cups. And once you see these two cups, I feel like you're going to get that bridge in the castle. So again, if you're grieving the loss of a person, I feel like they weren't that great anyway. I think that sometimes we get caught in these things with people who aren't that great, and we have a hard time letting them go because of the investment that we made. I always say that if you are with a person who isn't that great and you're over investing, it's like, it's a sunk cost fallacy. Our brain tricks us. Our brain thinks like, oh, you did all these things for this person, so you really love them. Right? But you didn't. They were just lazy as shit, and you just got caught up in like over investing in a person. So really, were they that great? No, your brain tricked you to thinking that they were that great. So again, I feel like what you are missing, is a bum, basically. If you are, I don't even think this is for all of you. Yeah, look, are you kidding? With the Five of Cups, you have the Six of Pentacles, breadcrumbing energy, my card of the breadcrumber. So I would be careful of this. Again, I feel, and Six of Pentacles is equal give and take, so make sure that whatever you get in the future is equal give and take. And again, I feel like that's what I'm getting off of that Six of Swords, is that there's a person who is like truly fair coming in for you. I also feel that, again, 1% improvement. Six of Pentacles, my card of planting seeds in a direction. You literally go from Seven of Pentacles to Six of Pentacles, change in direction. Seven of Pentacles, he has grown those pentacles, but he's like, maybe I could grow something better. It's like, but you have to plant new seeds to grow something better in the first place. So like, start planting seeds, start trying your new crazy ideas, try something new. With the King of Pentacles, yes, you have the King of Cups. Would not surprise me if it was an earth sign, or with water, or a water sign with earth in their chart right here. So again, that could be the person you're attracting. Could also be an Aquarius. I feel like you get Aquarius all the time. So, that wouldn't surprise me either. But again, I like both those cards. King of Pentacles to me is someone who wants something permanent. You have divine counterparts right here. So very deep connection. With the Three of Cups, you have the Eight of Wands here. Yeah, Eight of Wands is like socializing. Number one, I do feel like you could have dealt with a person in the past who is, always giving attention to other people. So, again, I would be careful of that. But I also feel like you need to socialize. If you want love, then I feel like you need to get out in public and socialize. Three of Cups, Eight of Wands. This could also be communication. So, sorry, it could say that there's communication coming in from a person. I feel like you see this person as a star, or you will. When you meet this person. I'm not suggesting they're famous. I'm saying that, I feel like this is the type of person that you can really like honor and look up to, and like you want to do things for them and all that other stuff, but probably because they do things for you. It's not like a one-way street here. But Eight of Wands is quick success. At the end here, for the good stuff, you have this card that says, your life is a canvas. Artist, manifestation, creative accountability. Didn't I say you're one of the creators at this time? I think so. You have this water your garden. Nourishment, water your garden. Six of Pentacles. Plant the seeds and water them. Body care, tenderness, rest. Yes, you need a lot of rest right now. Don't be afraid to take a break, but what I would say here is I definitely feel it's time for you to heal yourself. That's like what water your garden means. But, I also feel it's time for you to plant seeds in new directions and try new things in life. That's where all your success is going to come from. You have the Queen of Cups, the Star, and the Six of Swords. Queen of Cups is like following your heart. So, again, I feel like your heart could be telling you to do things, and I feel like you need to do them. Again, with all the energy in Taurus, I think we're in a heart-based time where, all of us, everybody needs to listen to your heart. But if you're getting this card in the King of Cups, then your heart could tell you to do things. Could be anything, to start a business, try something new, get into a relationship, whatever, doesn't matter. I would just get started and I would try new things. You have the Star. So, the Star is like wish fulfillment, happiness. I do feel like there is like a lot of happiness and joy coming in for you with the Star. I do also feel there could be like some sort of wish fulfillment coming in with the Star card, so I like to see that. I also feel like you're seeing the big picture. It's like you're putting things into perspective, and I think that's going to be important for you as well. It's like when you put things into perspective and you're like, oh, I guess, I don't, and you understand, oh, I shouldn't worry about little things. I should just focus on, working towards my goals, then you become more successful. You have the Six of Swords, and definitely moving on to calmer shores. Also, again, you have that Make-A-Wish card. You have the Star card. I definitely feel it's like the universe is listening right now, so, I feel like you need to make some sort of crazy wish, because you're probably going to get it, whatever it is. Let's see. With the Queen of Cups, you have the Seven of Swords. Again, I feel it is showing up in the good stuff, so I wouldn't worry too much about it, but definitely could have been dealing with a liar, cheater, stealer, so I would be careful of that with the Seven of Swords. But what I would say is that showing up in the good stuff, it can represent having more fun. Normally, the guy on the Seven of Swords, he has polka dots on his cloak. polka dots represent taking things too seriously in the tarot, or like needing to not take things too seriously. So it could say you're becoming more playful. With the star, you have the Two of Cups. Yes. Like, seriously? This right here is definitely like a divine counterpart type situation coming in for you. True love. So I feel if you want love, there's definitely a solid love relationship coming in for you. With the Six of Swords, you have the Knight of Wands. This will take you on a new adventure. Some of you, this is like, literally, if this is a person, I feel they're taking you on an adventure. I literally said on the Six of Swords that it's like probably this person here. It's like he is a guide. He goes back and forth between the choppy waters. So again, you literally could be attracting a person like that who is like a guide. You have the Knight of Wands, adventure, having fun, being spontaneous. So this person probably lives like an exciting life as well, is what I would say. But this looks pretty good here, Aries. I feel like you're healing. So love it. Let's see. We're pulling 5 main themes now. You have this pathway card, definitely a new path that is opening up for you here. It's like something is going to require work. Probably, I feel like maybe the next like 7 years or so, you're going to be working, maybe 8 years. It's like you're going to be like working harder than you ever have in your life. But I also feel it's going to be like worth it, especially for those of you in work, business, career, if you're starting a business. You have this house card. Wouldn't surprise me if some of you were moving. Again, also, if you are going through divorce, there could be something going on here with a house. I'm not sure what. You have this main male card. Yeah, definitely could be attracting a new person. Doesn't matter what gender you're interested in. You have this message card. I feel like there needs to be communication. Like if you're interested in a person, or if you meet a person, I feel like there needs to be like more communication with that person or something. It's a number 7. 7s to me represent internal fears that don't exist. So it's like for some of you, I feel it's like, I'm not sure if it's this person or you that gets nervous if there like isn't enough communication, but I would just communicate. Next, you have this imprisonment card. Someone feels stuck, probably your past person. I would be careful of a past person, especially like, here's the thing. I feel like this past person, if this message is for you, is very specific. It's like, I feel like they always repeat the same things over and over and over again. They always go back to the same person, or they always do the same thing. It's like they're a very stuck person. They follow like a predictable pattern. And I feel like this person is kind of like a prisoner of their mind, is what I get. It's like sometimes I think, some people, it's like they get so overwhelmed by things that, if like an issue happens in their life, it consumes them. They can literally not break free from those thoughts. And maybe they make bad decisions because of it. And, I feel like you dealt with a person like that. I would be careful if you had a person like that, for sure. I feel like this person, it's like they'll just make your life a mess. So, avoid it. But this looks very good, Aries. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your month.